Hello. Hello, we are live again. After the shambles of a deadline day yesterday. Just wait for a few of you to join the stream. We've got a few people in now. Absolute shambles of a deadline day yesterday. Completely went the opposite direction we expected it to go in. Obviously, we woke up to the news of Bamba Dieng being a done deal and Fabrizio Romano giving it the here we go. We then went 4 or 5 hours without hearing anything out of the club. And then we had Fabrizio Romano coming out saying it's finished. We've pulled out renegotiations. He's chosen Nice, which is really, Fabrizio Romano never does a here we go. And it doesn't happen. But really strange deadline day. Then we really went down to the wire with signing Gnonto, but we got it done. So we did get a signing in. I don't really know if he's the perfect James replacement, the James replacement that we wanted. Just sort this out. It is. Hello. I'm back. What gets me is the fact that the board obviously knew that we needed a striker because on deadline day we went out and we panicked and we signed a striker. So the board obviously knew that we needed a striker. And you can say that, it was because Rodrigo got injured at the last minute. Rodrigo got injured nearly a week ago now. So, why are we leaving it until the last day to get Bamba Dieng, to put an offer in for Cody Gakpo? Put it in the chat if you can't hear me, if my mic's off. Hello? Okay. We'll be back in a second. Hello. Can you hear me now? Okay. Thank you. Right. So, I don't get why the club left it until the last minute to get a striker in when we obviously knew we needed a striker. Rodrigo getting injured almost a week ago, so that's not an excuse. And we only just went out and signed one. And it's not even a first teamer. So we obviously knew we needed a striker because the Bamba Dieng deal collapsed, and we went out and we got in Gnonto because we were pushing hard for Barrett and Diaz now. So I don't understand why we left it. Why Radrizzani did the interview saying we're waiting for the dominoes to fall, we're waiting for strikers to become available, and then we go out and we bid for Gakpo and Dieng who have been available for the whole bloody window. Didn't intend to get a striker. Rodrigo injured Tuesday night. Yeah, that's nearly a week ago though. That's 4 days ago, maybe 3 or 4 days ago. That's enough time to go out and with how quickly the Dieng deal progressed. That's quick enough. That's ample time to go out and sign a striker. Gnonto was meant to be. Yeah, he was meant to be a January sign. But that's a panic signing. We moved him forward so that we could get a striker in. That is the definition of a panic signing. We were meant to sign him. He was on the list. We didn't want to sign him this winter because our own manager said that he's not Premier League ready. Let's not forget that our own manager doesn't think that this big striker signing that we've all been crying out for is Premier League quality. I'm glad the club didn't. I'm glad the club did sign a player because he didn't pass his medical. I know he didn't pass his medical, but it'd have been nice to have shown the ambition, but obviously I'm glad we didn't sign him now. But at the time, I was furious. I think the Italian player may surprise you. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I get behind him, and I really hope we do. I really hope we do sign him. I do think we'll get Gakpo in January. If we are in a good enough position, then I think Gakpo will choose us over some of the other clubs that are being touted around for him. So yeah, we've got a few things to get through, but that's. Would someone please just take Radrizzani's phone off of him? Would someone please just throw Radrizzani's phone in the rubbish? Because honestly, some of the tweets that this guy sends out. I mean, Fulham were on record yesterday put in. I'm trying to sort my hair out. Fulham were on Twitter yesterday, put in saying don't go to bed yet at Fulham FC fans. So we've just become a meme. But obviously, Ollie Ward getting that retweet from our owner, that's big for him. Do you reckon we'll get? Oh, I've already read that one. Yeah, keep the comments coming through, guys. So we got Brentford tomorrow. What's everyone's feelings for that? What's everyone thinking? Put in the comments what you're thinking for Brentford. I'm personally predicting a 1-1 draw. I don't think that we're going to have the obviously now loaning out James. I genuinely don't think that we've got the quality to beat them as we did last season. Obviously, is it at Ellen Road or is it at Brentford Community Stadium? I think it's away, isn't it? It is at Brentford, yeah, it's away. So it'll be at the Brentford Community Stadium. And it should be an interesting one. I seriously doubt we get him. So yeah, Gakpo. We probably got lucky with Dieng because Marseille wanted to unload him after he gained more weight than Paris. I think that stinks of his agent wanting to start a bidding war between us and Nice. I'm very nervous for it. I would take a draw now. Yeah, same. I would definitely take a draw. Gakpo is playing Champions League, but so was Aronson, so was Christensen, so was Sinisterra was playing Europa League. So we do have the caliber to get these players in. 48 hours to get a striker is not a lot of time. It's not 48 hours, though. Rodrigo got injured Tuesday night, so they had Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. No. Deadline closed yesterday. It's Friday today. 48 hours to get a striker. We had 48 hours, but we left it until we only had 20 hours left. And then we got rejected, and then we waited a bit, and then we left it till we had 10 hours left. So we weren't as active as some of you are saying we are. I think we'll get a win last minute. It'll be a bit like Wolves, but we'll get the win in the 86th minute. I'm gonna screenshot that right now, bro. And if that actually happens, then I'll be very impressed with your predictions. No Gakpo, Europa. Okay, so he's in Europa League. Yeah, because Ajax and yeah, I think 1-0. Yeah, I think 1-0. Be a tough match like the Everton game. It will be a really tough match. I think that it's going to be 1-0. Our UFC fan zone said their sources say that Wagner rejected offers so he could join Leeds in January. I think that there's going to be a few signings in January. You'll be very surprised with some of the players we'll bring in January. Kyle Wagner being one of them. Gnonto was meant to be one of them. Wake me up before you go. Who needs Haaland when we've got Gnonto? So we'll see how he does. Youngest ever Italy goal scorer. What's my predicted lineup? Is an unchanged lineup from the Everton game. Possibly, I'm really hopeful that we'll get to see maybe unchanged lineup. I say unchanged, but Rodrigo's injured too. Joffy with starting leading the line with Bamford coming in as a substitute with maybe he'll come on in the 60th minute. I think that I would love to see Drame start, but I don't think that's going to happen. People, for some reason, Marsh doesn't rate Drame, which is out of our control. If Marsh don't rate him, then I'm trusting Marsh at the minute. Optimistic 2-1 Leeds. Yeah, don't think that's going to happen. I think that's very optimistic, Tom. Brentford are no mugs. Willie will get the minutes. James didn't want. Bet he surprised many. But James did want minutes. I don't get this thing about James not wanting to play for us because he did. He didn't like force a move out, did he? The club should have got their striker in August or late. Yeah, exactly. Obviously, we knew we needed a striker. Or if we didn't, then we were reliant on Rodrigo, who's injury prone. He is injury prone. So why were we living in this dreamland where we think that Rodrigo's not going to get injured again, or Bamford's not going to get injured again? It's a really funny one. I think a boring 0-0. Yeah. I was up at 12 o'clock last night waiting for news to come out of the club about this striker. Obviously, people were tweeting saying there was the office lights were on at Ellen Road, the floodlights had gone on. So there was people knew there was activity happening, and I was on Fabrizio's live. He said that there's a new signing coming through, so we were active in the last few hours of the window. 1-1, yeah, that's what I think. Who do you reckon will score for Leeds against Brentford if we score on Sinisterra? I think Sinisterra is going to get the back-to-back goals. Can we just talk about how good Haaland has been? I know this isn't Leeds related. I mean, maybe it is sort of Leeds related. Obviously, with him going to be our captain in 5 or 6 seasons maybe. Come on, Haaland. Back-to-back hat-tricks. I think he definitely breaks the goal-scoring record this season. I think he definitely gets more than 32. He's already got 9 in 5. He's got 9 goals in 5 games. He's already got nearly double what Rodrigo had last season in the whole season. So come on. James not a starter. He has a World Cup coming up. Yeah, exactly. He needs the minutes for the World Cup. World Cup transfer windows are always strange. I mean, Gakpo, a key part in him not coming to Leeds or Southampton or Man U, is because he needs minutes to the World Cup. He doesn't want to rattle the jar before the World Cup. Brentford are good, but we can easily beat them. Why can't we? Why couldn't we easily beat Everton? Why couldn't we easily beat Newcastle last season? I know it's last season, so probably that was probably a stupid comment from me. But come on, we never make it easy, do we? Come on, why couldn't we? We could easily sign a striker. Why didn't we easily sign a striker? You know, transfer market come and gone. Get behind the team, believe. Teesside Whites. Okay, I don't know what that means, but yeah, get behind the team. Considering what City paid for him, is 50 million. You know, that's nearly close to what we were going to sign CDK for. So why couldn't we have stumped up the cash and gone and got a Haaland? Muppets slagging the board over signings, don't realise the board don't do transfers. Victor does, and he's not on the board. Yeah, I think Marsh has to approve the signings and Radrizzani has to approve them as well. Victor just goes and finds the players for us. Who's your 3 favourite players going into the season? Tyler Adams, Jack Harrison, and Sinisterra, I think, are my 3 favourite players going into the season. Sinisterra just looks an absolute beast. Tyler Adams looks like he's going to be a future captain. And Jack Harrison's he just loves the club. If you could bring any striker, who would you bring in? Any striker in the world. Because if we're talking any striker in the world, would you go for a young striker? Put in the comments. You know, this is a good question. Put in the comments if you could sign any striker in the world, who would you bring in? It's whether you go for experience or a young talent. I wouldn't touch Mbappe with a 10-foot stick because he's got a bigger head than a Ninja Turtle. Any striker, that's a good question, and I think, not being realistic, I would probably bring in Victor Osimhen from Napoli, and that's a really strange shout, but and maybe a few of you have heard of him. If I wanted to go like completely unrealistic, I would probably bring in Lewandowski or Messi. But I would probably go for a young talent. Haaland obviously just moved to City. Messi at PSG, and he's thriving there. Obviously it would never happen. Not even Osimhen wouldn't happen. Who? People were saying who? He plays for Napoli. He's been called the next Sadio Mane. He's a African team international. I don't know who for though. We wouldn't get him. This is completely my brain. Osimhen. Put in the comments if you know who that is. He's a very, very good player. Unrealistically, Haaland. Realistically, Moussa Dembele. Moussa Dembele from Lyon is a very good choice. That is a very good shout, realistically. Oguri from Nice. Yeah. Very good shout. Victor James Osimhen. Oh, my computer's just lost charge. Plays for Napoli. He's a very, very high caliber of player, and he's only 22. He's absolutely rapid. He's quick. He's as quick as Traore. So that's who I'll get in. Put in the comments, everyone. Who would you get in? Gnonto will surprise a few people this season. Yeah. Teesside White Sports Club. Yeah, I thought so. I didn't want to say it in case it was a dumb thing to say. But yeah, hi from Teesside. Is Willie the new Erling? No, he's most definitely not. But you know, get behind him. Maybe he's younger than Erling. He's 4 years younger, so maybe he'll come in and do well. Yeah, unrealistically, Haaland. But Haaland's realistic. Haaland is fairly realistic because obviously you've got the Leeds link, so we nearly signed him from Salzburg for 4 million before he went to Salzburg for 4 million. And he says it's his dream to play for Leeds and win the league. So dying breed number 9. nines. Better to have many who knows the back of the net. That's not James. Yeah, they are a dying breed. I think now it's more about versatility and teams like Liverpool who don't even play with a proper striker and they just play with wingers. Cock at the back, Willie in attack. Leeds are going to win the Premier League. What a chant. I think that's definitely going to be a chant. And obviously Marsh likes the Willie formation with 4-2-2-2. He's on a hot stake right now, yeah. Haaland realistic when he's like 35, yeah. Haaland realistic when he's like 35. I think that's a fair thing to say. Maybe 34, 33. So keep the comments coming. What's the score predictions? I just got to go charge my laptop. Let me put my laptop on charge. I'm still here. Just going to sort this out. So, what's everyone's predicted lineups? Put in the comments what your predicted lineups are. When I've got my laptop sorted and can put that on charge, I'll be able to get some player profiles up. Hello again. 2-1 Leeds. Okay, optimistic. I don't think they were going to be able to beat them 2-1, realistically. Okay. Out of Perkins, Joseph and Gnonto, who do you reckon will get the most game time this season, if any? Gnonto, I think, is going to play a massive part with 3 subs. Somerville's going to take James's place and Gnonto's going to fill in where Somerville's moved up, I think. No, not Sargent. Don't want Sargent in there. People know that I'm not the biggest fan of Sargent. I know there's a lot of American links there, but I really wouldn't take Josh Sargent. He's just not a quality striker in the Premier League. So I'm going to try and share my screen now and pull up some profiles of Gnonto. Do you think Brentford are going to want to react to their loss last season? Yeah, I think it's going to be 1-1. I think we will take the lead and we'll throw it away. And it pains me to say that, but I think that we will. 2-1 Leeds, given no chance last season. Leeds 2-1. So you're saying 2-1 to Leeds or Brentford 2, Leeds 1, given no chance last season? You also said we were going to get run over by Chelsea and we thrashed it. I did. I love to be proven wrong when I'm saying stuff like this. I love to be proven wrong. Away now. We beat them 2-1 away last season. So I think it's going to be a tough game, but I think it's going to be 1-1. Not Sargent. I know, man. Not Sargent. Just like I don't want Anthony Robinson in. He's just... There's levels and these players aren't on our level. Aren't on this club's level. They're not where this club's headed. You don't go from CDK to Cody Gakpo to Josh Sargent. It just don't happen like that. Right, let me see if I can share my screen now. Give me 1 second. Keep the comments coming through though. I am putting them up on the screen, and super chat's also enabled now. So if you wanna drop a cheeky donation, then that is good. Hi Danny, hope you have fun today. Hi, hello Jack. Hello, Jack's a Forest fan, everyone. So give him some grief for that. Obviously, me and my dad will be going to the Forest away game. 1 left back you could sign realistically and unrealistic. Okay, left back realistically would probably maybe I wouldn't mind Nuno Tavares from Arsenal. Obviously, he's just gone out on loan to Marseille, but Nuno Tavares on loan would be ideal for me. I think that he would fit the system of going forward, going for fullbacks pressing forward. An unrealistic would probably be Nuno Mendes from Sporting. I don't know if that's unrealistic enough for you lot. So maybe as an unrealistic one, I might take unrealistic left back Marc Cucurella, because I think he would suit this system like a glove. But maybe Nuno Mendes from Sporting, who's on loan at PSG as well. Let me see if I can figure out how to share my screen. Very, very new to this. January will be interesting. It will. January will be. See if anyone brings a striker or left back. How do our attacking players match up with Brentford's defence? Any matchups we should exploit? Maybe give Sergi Canos a few problems, because obviously he's got experience from last time taking his shirt off and then getting sent off. So maybe Sergi Canos is obviously playing at right back at the minute. He's not a natural right back because of injuries. But I would maybe, or Aaron Hickey also is a counterfeit right back. They've got a real problem at right back at the minute with Aaron Hickey, a left back, playing at right back, and Sergio Canós having to drop back there. So I think maybe that could be an area to exploit. But who have you got there to exploit? Jack Harrison, maybe, or Luis Sinisterra. I'd like to see Ryan Sessegnon. I would love to see Sessegnon. I think you're on about the one from Spurs. There is one who plays for Fulham as well. But Ryan Sessegnon from Spurs on loan maybe, but I don't think that would happen. I think they want to keep him. Sargent looks great in a press. In the Championship, though, you get loads of space to run and press in the Championship. We're wearing our super duper yellow away kit. You mean our super duper cheese kit, pal? Our super duper cheese kit. And maybe we will. I think probably, yeah. If we improve in January, do you reckon Leeds could do a run like Newcastle did it? Maybe, but Newcastle had the money. They obviously bought in Guimaraes, they bought in Trippier, so they've just bought in Sven Botman. So I don't think that's very. It could happen. It could happen, but we'd need the money as well. I'm still trying to figure out how maybe I do it next year. Screen share. Okay. Let me get a Willy Gnonto profile on, and I will show. I'll talk to you guys about Gnonto. Willy Gnonto, because obviously I know that a lot of people are trying to suss him out. How high caliber he is. Is it a drop down from Bamba Dieng? But I don't know. So we're gonna have a look at the profile now. Give us 1 minute. Obviously, I'm new to doing these live streams on my own, so just keep the comments coming through. It gives me something to keep talking. I'm normally with my dad, and I've got someone to bounce off of. So keep the comments coming through. Share screen. Is that going on? So screen being shared. It is. Okay. Wilfried Gnonto. Let's start. Let's look at this guy. Okay. So Leeds United, it has been changed to Leeds United. He's got a 5-year contract. I think we signed him for 4.5 million, if I'm right. Statistics, he's had 6 appearances so far this season, 2 yellow cards and no goals. Okay, so that's a strange one. You know, he's not scored so far this season in 6 games. He plays centre forward, second striker, attacking midfielder, and right, because we know Marshall loves the versatile strikers. Who would your ideal striker be? I was talking about this earlier on. I did say Victor Osimhen from Napoli. I think he's a wonder kid. Very similar calibre of player to Patson Daka, but obviously he's got that bit of extra quality and Champions League experience. As a new Leeds fan, I think I know what it feels like to be a Leeds fan. That closing signing day was it was an embarrassment. It was an absolute embarrassment. And Radrizzani, man, someone just take his phone off of take the phone off of our owner, because he's just tweeting all the time, and it's just not good. He's basically tweeted saying we've signed Bamba Dieng, so let's get behind him. And then 2 hours later, Bamba Dieng's not even coming to us. He's going to Nice. Napoli's top foot. Yeah, exactly. He's Europa League, Champions League. I think he would be the ideal striker for me for this system. Very, very similar to Patson Daka. Okay, so let's see what his stats were last season. Last season, his stats were... Last season, he played... Give me 1 second. Let's see. There are a few of you here, so let's get some likes on the video. Super League played 33 games and scored 8 goals, got 3 assists and 8 bookings. So he got the same amount of bookings as he did yellow cards. He played centre forward twice. He only played as a striker twice. He played 24 times as a second striker, so in a 2, but he drops back, which I think is what Marsh is looking for in a striker. Sort of like Rodrigo. Twice an attacking midfielder, once as a right winger, and twice as a left winger. So when he plays on the left wing, he drops a bit further back. Who's your starting 11, Joffy Jr.? Yeah, apparently I do look like Joe Gelhart. Maybe I have to get that on the back of the shirt one day. I have said unchanged lineup. Maybe obviously take Rodrigo out and put Joffy in there, and maybe throw Drame in there. The phone is running out of charge, so we're going to have to start wrapping up soon. But yeah, that's Willie Gnonto. He's played for a few clubs in his day. He's played for. Oh no, these aren't his clubs. These are the clubs he's played for. Oh, that's embarrassing. These are the clubs he's played for. Okay. So in the Super League, obviously the Swiss League, he's played 65 games overall, scored 9, had 7 assists. In Primavera 1, he's had 12 games, 1 goal and 2 assists. These are all under 17s. And then the bit that stands out to everyone else, is the most exciting bit, is Italy's youngest ever goal scorer. And everyone's buzzing about that. He scored and assisted for Italy. So that is a very good player. Now, if we close this now. Hello again. Yeah, you're doing fine. Will speaks English very well. Willie does speak English. I looked at his interview. He seems really confident that he's going to be able to get into the team. Maybe not. It just seems really confident. He seems like the kind of guy that's gonna come in and set the world alight. Sort of. Everyone saying he reminds them of Rod Wallace. Chances that Willie comes in and crushes it. There are some chances. There are. We've seen it happen before. I mean, Leicester bought Jamie Vardy from non-league, and he joined the league at 27 and still scored over 100 goals. For me, he's one of the best strikers in Premier League history, and that's a hot take. But you're doing fine. He's a very confident guy. He seems like a very confident fella. But anyway, I think we're gonna have to leave it there. Phone's only on 4%, so we'll be back tomorrow with a Brentford review. And we'll be sat in the lounge cheering them on, and I will be at the Leeds Forest game. Any more chats you want to put through, then get them through now. But if not, then I'll see you next time. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for your comments, and hopefully Willie Gnonto crushes it. 3 points tomorrow. Leeds.